This initiative, aimed at boosting honey production and strengthening the beekeeping industry, was in progress before Beryl struck. However, given the hurricane's impact in July last year, efforts were accelerated to meet the needs of affected beekeepers. Chief Veterinary and Livestock Officer Dr. Keeman Cummins noted that while the hurricane contributed to challenges in the industry, other factors are also at play. He emphasized the importance of collaborating with the association rather than focusing on individual beekeepers.
This is something that we would have had in the pipeline since before Hurricane Beryl, but as the hurricane passed by, and we couldn't neglect the beekeepers because we know they would have suffered quite an extensive amount of damages because their hives are more in the bush, and we had a lot of damages. It wasn't more infrastructural damages, but we had a lot of damages to forested areas and so on. That's where a lot of the beekeepers would have most of their hives. So a lot of the damages would have occurred then. So we had to expedite the process, and we would have contracted Mr. Rodney to help us to get a couple boxes to offer some level of support to our beekeepers.
Constructed at an estimated cost of $39,000, the bee boxes were crafted by a local carpenter using durable and sustainable materials to ensure long-term usability for beekeepers. Rodney Pivot of RP Woodwork, who began working on the boxes in July 2024, explained the selection of materials used for the project.
The white pine, it's a very light wood because honey is very heavy, so you have to be out of a wood that's light and durable. And it's not treated lumber, it's natural lumber, so you don't nothing like pesticides and stuff from other types of wood. So that's one. And the boxes is very durable because it has finger joints, and besides the finger joints, it's glued and nailed with a food grade glue. So yeah. And the covers, it has a galvanized on top of it, a galvanized top on top of them to help with the weather. And the bottom board itself is made out of the same material, the same pine and stuff, and it has a bottom wire mesh which helps eliminate certain insects and stuff, what will pry on the honey and stuff, and it also helps if the bees have mites, will help for the mites and stuff. And since that we in a warm climate, the wire mesh, it helps with ventilation, so it's very good for ventilation also.
Dr. Cummins said hiring a local contractor ensured the bee boxes were designed to suit Grenada's specific environmental conditions.
Having the boxes built here and having somebody on the ground that understands our climate and understand where our beekeepers store their boxes. And again, this is one of the things that our beekeepers kind of struggle with, especially the people who import. So most of the times people may have to change frames and boxes probably annually, every 2 years or so, depends on where they have their hives. And what we wanted to do with these is that we ensure that our beekeepers can have at least a good 5 years solid with these boxes in the bush, because it's built to be able to, take our conditions, spread up, so the termites and things can really deal with it in a way too rough, so they can have a good 5 years. And in that way, you don't have that added cost on your honey every year that I have to bring in boxes and frames and so forth. So this was one of the reasons why we decided to go that route.
Christina John, GBN News.